Strobe timing is the most accurate method for timing your motor. I like to static time my motor before I strobe it. That way I have to spend less time running from the right side to the left side of the motor. I've already begun to prepare this motor for strobing by inserting a clear timing plug in the timing hole. Now, if you don't have a timing plug, make sure that you stand clear of the motor. This is very likely going to spray some oil out. Also, I've hooked my lead to the front cylinder. Strobe timing is done off the front cylinder. I've also hooked my timing light to an external power source. The reason why I've done this is because if I use the battery on the motorcycle, it's likely to pick up extraneous signals. Now, I've already warmed this motorcycle up to its normal operating temperature, and this is a very important thing for you to do before you strobe it. Having done this, I'm going to start the motor and turn my idle speed screw in so that I maintain a steady RPM of approximately 2,200 RPMs. Now, what I'm going to be looking for in a window that you might not be able to see are the timing marks themselves. Now, in this particular diagram that I'm showing you, if this flywheel used a solid line, this is what I would see one of these three conditions as I viewed the timing marks through the timing plug. If your particular flywheel does not use a solid line, then you would see simply just the dots, either one or a combination of two of them. I'm going to go ahead and start the motor now. Okay, that went good. Now, if I didn't see my timing marks, what I would have done was loosened up both pillar bolts and used my screwdriver to turn my point plate until I got the timing marks back in the window. And don't forget, after you retighten these pillar bolts, check to make sure that that timing is still within the window. On early shovel models that use a distributor, remove the bolt that holds the cap down, pull it up out of the way. You now have access to your points and to your condenser. After you've replaced both the points and the condenser, and you are static timing your distributor, remember to just loosen the nut down here at the base of the distributor so that you can turn the distributor to either the right or the left to bring it into timing range. If you're using a strobe light, you'll also loosen the same nut as well. After you've timed your motorcycle and you've tightened this nut down, check to make sure that nothing has moved. All other procedures for static timing and strobe timing that we use on the later model shovels apply to the early shovels as well. For those Shovelhead motors that have CDI units, the procedure for checking your timing is the same as it is for those with points. That is that you must use a strobe light, your engine must be warm, and make sure that your engine is idling at somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500 RPMs. If you find that your CDI is out of adjustment, then go back and loosen the two pillar bolts that hold the CDI into the cone cover. After you've done that, carefully insert a screwdriver into the slot and move the plate of the CDI in either the right or the left direction until your timing marks come into the window. When you're done, carefully retighten the pillar bolts and check to make sure that your timing marks have not